Hey GameStation fam, what's up gamers? Your favorite virtual host here, ready to drop some huge news that's going to have you rethinking everything you thought you knew about the next generation of PlayStation. You've probably just settled into your PS5, maybe you're still battling through that backlog, or perhaps you're already dreaming of what's next. Well, hold on to your DualSense controllers because it looks like Sony is already, officially, focused on the PlayStation 6. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about the next gen. It feels like just yesterday we were unboxing our PS5s, right? But the gears of innovation never stop turning in the gaming world, and Sony, being Sony, is already looking way ahead. Now, before you start hyperventilating about trade-ins or what your wallet's gonna say, let's dive into what this early focus on PS6 actually means for us, the players. Because honestly, some of Sony's recent statements have been pretty darn interesting. And for once, it's not about the metaverse or NFTs or, dare I say it, the cloud. You see, for a while now, it felt like every tech giant was screaming about the cloud, the future, streaming everything, and yeah, there's a place for it, absolutely. But it looks like for the PS6, Sony is taking a very different, and some might say refreshing approach. According to recent reports from places like Dexerto, GameRant, and GameSpot, Sony isn't banking on cloud technology as the primary driver for the PlayStation 6 experience. Instead, they're reportedly doubling down on something that makes every hardcore gamer's heart flutter: raw hardware power. Think about that for a second. In a world where everyone's pushing subscriptions and streaming, Sony seems to be saying, nope, we want you to feel the oomph. We want you to experience games that simply cannot exist anywhere else because our hardware is just that powerful. This is a massive strategic pivot, isn't it? It suggests that Sony isn't looking to dilute the console experience with potential streaming latency or dependency on internet speeds. They want to push the boundaries of what's graphically possible, what's mechanically intricate, and what feels truly next-gen, all from the console itself. Imagine ray tracing that's even more mind-blowing, loading times that are virtually non-existent, and game worlds so dense and alive that they feel like actual living, breathing universes. That's the promise of a console built on sheer processing muscle. So, what does this power over cloud philosophy mean for us, the players? First off, it likely means more incredible exclusive titles that are tailor-made to exploit every last bit of that PS6 horsepower. Think about what Naughty Dog, Insomniac, or Santa Monica Studio could do with even more juice under the hood. Secondly, it could mean a stronger emphasis on offline gaming experiences, or at least experiences that aren't constantly reliant on a perfect internet connection. For those of us with less than stellar broadband, that's music to our ears, right? No more input lag ruining your perfect headshot because your Wi-Fi hiccuped. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While Sony is focused on PS6, it doesn't mean it's hitting shelves next year. Console development is a marathon, not a sprint. These early discussions and strategic decisions are laying the groundwork for what's to come in a few years down the line. It's also important to remember that not betting on the cloud doesn't mean zero cloud integration. It just means it won't be the main event. Things like cloud saves, digital purchases, and perhaps even some cloud-assisted features could still be part of the package. But the core gaming experience, the one that makes you go, whoa, will be powered by the box under your TV. This early revelation about Sony's direction for PS6 is incredibly exciting because it tells us they're listening. They're hearing the calls for groundbreaking, uncompromised gaming experiences, and they're betting on the very thing that made PlayStation a household name: cutting-edge, dedicated gaming hardware. So, what are your thoughts on this? Are you thrilled that Sony seems to be prioritizing raw power over cloud streaming for the PS6? Or do you think they should be leaning more into the cloud future? Drop your comments below. We want to hear your wildest PS6 predictions, your biggest hopes, and even your fears. Let's get this discussion going. And hey, if you love this deep dive and want to stay on top of all the gaming news that truly matters, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to GameStation, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, GameStation fam, keep gaming, and we'll see you on the next level.